Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of Unbothered by Rivera. I don't really have anything I want to talk about specifically right now. I just came from the roast battle at Comedy Store. That was great. It's always great. They were just on Comedy Central, so congratulations to everybody at Roast Battle and all of the Comedy Store staff that also got to get on TV, as well as the comics. Today, I actually have 2 guests, and I'm happy to have both of them. We hooked up at the Comedy Store. Nick Guerra.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Last minute addition, eating his Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
so
man. I won.
If you guys hear crackling, if you guys hear slurping, that's all Nick Guerra.
Couldn't you hear that? Oh, no, I wasn't a crunchy fry.
Why are my headphones not doing anything right now?
Are they plugged in?
Did you plug it in? I had to plug mine in.
They're a little light.
Mine are good.
No,
I can hear you guys
John,
perfect.
can you push my headphones in, please?
How about that?
That's perfect.
Good.
Suddenly, I feel like I'm back in my own conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and we also have John Tole here.
Yeah, I'm just here for technical expertise at this point. Helping Ty with his inputs.
We keep it very professional around here.
Yes.
Obviously, I know what I'm doing.
I'm so offended that I went and got 2 plain hard-boiled eggs from 7-Eleven because I'm trying to watch my diet, and he's over here.
I just scarfed down a sourdough jack.
But
I'm an asshole.
You got a huge double gulp.
Yeah, but that's like Diet Coke, so it doesn't count.
Yeah,
Plus, it's after, you know what I mean?
Okay, I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah,
I
trust
think
me.
diet is worse than regular.
It's
No.
supposed to be, isn't it?
Yeah, because when it's diet, they do all sorts of stuff to it, so it's not. Nick just hit the table.
Did you hear it?
Was that me?
Time.
Was that what it was?
It was only
That
2
was my
minutes
elbow.
in.
That was
Yeah,
an
I heard it.
accident.
I'm not
I heard it. I was gonna let it go, but you.
I freaked out.
Yeah, you completely short-circuited over there in the corner. All right, John. So tell us a little bit about you. You know, I love your comedy, but I don't know a lot about you.
Yes. I've been, I guess, 8 years now. I moved to L.A. in August of 2014. And that's it. I
8
travel
years
the
of
country.
doing comedy.
He was
Total?
doing comedy in Dallas.
Yeah,
huh?
when I started, I mean, like, you got to think, like, in that first Monday mic, I bet within a week of me starting,
Yeah.
it was like you were there and Dustin Nabarro was there, Tone Bell was there.
Oh, yeah, we were all
It was
there,
like
man.
Dallas was like, it was a thing. It was a thing.
Yeah.
And
John
then
Tole
everyone
was
just
so
left.
extreme.
I used to have a really terrible act that was very like cringy and
Yeah.
just super offensive just to get laughs.
Oh, just for the sake of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
never good.
You-
I mean,
no.
like, I know it's part of growing for some people, but it's
He was,
just,
he
yeah,
was
it's
as
always...
extreme as his forearm tattoos.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
You know,
So-
that's one of the things I honestly hate about, like, when I'm on the road and they pair me with people. People try to do, because of what I do, they try to do, like, their most extreme stuff.
Do you watch their acts change over the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Is that weird?
Yeah, I noticed them slip in some of my premises, and I know some of it is like it reminded them that they have a joke like this that I've been wanting to
Right.
do, and
Yeah.
so I don't really make a deal of it or say anything. But
No,
at the same
I
time,
look at it
I'm
more
like,
of like it's flattery. You
Yeah.
just see that you're just rubbing off. on
and
them
plus I
in a
just
good
keep
way.
ratcheting it up.
Right, yeah,
you know,
because
every
they
time.
can't get to the level you're at.
And so I don't have those issues with it, but it is sort of like, you guys can just, how about you just be you? And that's the best thing. Like, that's one of the things I like about what Nick does, is Nick is not a dirty comic.
No.
And he doesn't go dirty even when everybody else is going dirty. And people find that refreshing because
sure.
they're like, you know, and a lot of times they don't even notice. Like, if a comic's really funny, you don't notice if they're clean or dirty.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just laughing.
Ron
Yeah.
G is another one of those. I
Yeah.
don't know if you know Ron G.
No,
but-
I had to go clean. I couldn't do the act anymore.
Were you clean?
No, like the last couple of years, I just started working PG and just kept it like that. Because I didn't like. There's the worst feeling. It's like doing well and then having the audience not look at you in the face when they leave the room.
Yeah.
After the show.
Well, welcome to my life.
Yeah.
Just being gay, I get a lot of that.
Really?
Yeah, where they love me on stage, but on the way out, they don't want to make eye
He's on
contact.
our eye level now. Get her.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I guess I think of you as so edgy that I don't notice.
I mean, I'm edgy as far as what I'm talking about is like, you know, I'll get politically out there and talk about, you know, ridiculous things.
I haven't
but-
seen John since Dallas.
Right, yeah. So
So
I
as far
just-
as you're concerned, he's still horrible.
still-
He's still horrible.
just
As far as you go, he's
But
still horrible.
he could take jokes like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dude, we used to sit back in the open mic and just clown on each other's jokes.
Oh, it was, yes.
Well, that's always the best.
It was so
let
fun.
me take a second and just remind you guys, my sidekick, Zac Elk, is in the room.
Hi.
That's for the listeners. Say hi. Well, you
We just said hi.
No.
You
no.
did.
He
It wasn't
did
me
wrong.
that fucked
he
up.
He did it wrong.
Wait.
Because you weren't supposed to say anything yet. You ruined it.
You were
ruined
supposed to
it.
say hi, Zach.
No,
say
it's
hi,
our
Zach.
thing. And you messed it up already.
Do you want me to edit it? And then we can try
No,
again?
no, it's fine. People need to know what you're doing to me behind the scenes. Good to have you, Zach.
See, now he's hitting the table, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Zach
hit
hit
the
it 3
table,
times.
What? I could do it because of this mic. It's different.
Oh, okay. You're
Oh.
better than us,
All
is
right.
what you're
That's
saying.
all right,
yes,
okay.
exactly.
All right. Well, now our guests know where we're at.
Why do you think my voice is like better? Because I'm on the
I
shotgun
know you
mic.
do come in. Yeah, I noticed. Don't think I didn't notice on the playback. No, I'm like, why
That's what
does
Diana
that-
Ross used to do to the other, to the Supremes,
Barbara
man.
Streisand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Barbara Streisand was not in the Supremes.
No, but Barbara Streisand and Diana Ross once did a song.
That's
It
what
was
Bobby
like,
Brown used to do to the rest of...
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston.
All right, let's get it together over here. But yeah, so we were talking about John having been terrible, which I never knew because as I saw you the first time, and it was at that police thing that we did
Oh,
for
yes.
Patrick DeGear.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. That's right. We were at that. Yeah.
That was the first time I ever saw you, and you just destroyed it.
It was fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I like situations like that. A room full of cops and their relatives, and you're like, oh, let's see what I can get away with. Then at the same time, it's like, okay, we still have a job here to do.
Is that a gamble?
I mean, what do you mean?
Like,
No, I know my rights. I can say whatever I want. I'll just start
Yeah.
I'm being detained. I want a lawyer. I'll just go back to every dumb YouTube video that I watched in the middle of the night.
So I did a one of those shows with Anthony Perez.
Oh, nice.
It was in a Catholic church. A Catholic priest opened up for us.
Oh,
Right, so it was kind of like a fundraiser, and the sheriffs had his table, and another officer had their table, and Anthony,
sure.
clean, quirky.
Of course.
Some reason he talks about doing massive drugs and how his cousin's gotten shot, like in the first 5 minutes, and slowly every one of the family members leaves the table, but the sheriff sits through the entire thing. Just to stare at him. I'm like, come on, man.
He was treating it like a deposition. He
Yeah.
was just waiting for arrest the dude after the show.
Yeah, that I had.
I had to do so well so we could get paid.
That's,
Like I was like,
No
fuck,
pressure. That's awesome.
I better kill it so that we can get our check.
Yeah, I had to do a Black Women's Empowerment dinner, and at the last minute, we were supposed to do like PG, I think it was PG-13, which at that time was a struggle for me to do
Right.
PG-13. I was new, and so, but I knew I had my PG-13 that I could do, and it was only like 7 minutes or something like that. We were being paid, and last minute, the booker comes to the back, a guy named Flo. He's a great guy, but he just comes to the back last minute, and he's like, hey, there's 4 pastors in the audience right now, so we're gonna need you guys to take it down to G. And in my head, I'm dying because I'm like, I'm barely PG-13.
For pastors?
Right.
Yeah.
They're not even, they don't even have a spirit that like makes them a thing.
You can't just hate on the Protestants.
They just become a pastor.
I know nothing about religion.
Right? What are
No,
pastors?
no,
Or
no,
am I thinking preachers?
I mean, it's all the same.
Yeah.
But
Priests at least have to go through stuff. They have to learn about demons and things like that.
That's right, Demon 101.
Yeah, they have to learn about
The
that.
Protestants just go through passing the hat. and
They
then
just have to pull a snake out of a bag, don't they? Just have to do that.
Is
The
that
quickest.
what the pastors are? They're Protestants?
it's all. There's so many. I don't know. As
I'm
a
gonna Google
Catholic,
this.
Cardinals.
because
That's Catholic.
I'm Catholic, and so. But I used to go to the mega churches, like when I used to play in a Christian metal band.
Mace was a preacher.
Yeah, I was just in Colorado Springs, which is home of Focus on the Family and also Ted Haggard.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it was like, that's a great. By the way, Looney's Comedy Corner in Colorado Springs was so great this weekend. I mean, like, I was there, so I contributed to the greatness. In all honesty,
Now I've heard that room. I've heard that room can be a little rails off. that they don't watch the audience, and the audience will turn it into the 1980s if they wanted to.
You know, I'm so used to rowdy audiences and having not a lot of security that I really love it, and it's easy for me to kind of police it on my own. Plus, I make the audience like me right away.
Oh, good.
So it polices itself in a lot of cases. Like, a friend of mine walked in and made fun of my shoes just because he was really drunk, you know, and I didn't mind, but like, it's like the middle of the show. It was like a late show, and there wasn't a huge audience there. And a friend of mine walks in late. I didn't realize he was drunk like that. You know, I'm on stage, so I don't know what's going on with him. And then all of a sudden he's like, talk about your yellow shoes. And then a guy in another corner was like, why don't you shut the fuck up? I was like,
Nice.
I was like, this is actually my friend Mario, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it was, but yeah, so I'm pretty used to that. I don't mind the no security part.
Do you have one of those 4 million heckler destroys outfit videos then on YouTube?
You know, I never do that silly. I'm so nice with hecklers because, like, okay,
I just feel bad.
we won't mention a name, but like that person that does, or the person that does that, like Comic Destroys. To me, it's more of a thing of insecurity.
I'm in the room, guys.
Look,
Wait,
Nick.
are you talking about the guy that's known for setting up the people in the crowd that?
Well,
does the
I've
comic
heard
destroy?
that he does that, but that's unconfirmed rumor. Allegedly, that's what he does.
I know. Yeah, and I don't really care enough to go down that rabbit
Neither
hole.
do- yeah,
But my whole thing is like you get to a certain. I know how terrible I was,
Mm-hmm.
and I know as the process of getting better, I got heckled less.
Yeah.
To the point now where I don't really get heckled anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that kind of show.
Yeah, when people know that you're strong, they shut up.
Yeah.
Right.
And
You
then,
know,
like,
most
you know,
most hecklers they're just looking for that moment of like, okay, now I could say something, I could call them out.
Yeah, and the worst thing that'll happen a lot of times is just somebody thinks that you're in a conversation with
Yeah.
them.
Yes.
You know, they're drunk, they're in a different place, and they say something. You know, like with me, sometimes I get, like tonight, were you in the room for my set tonight?
Just the end of it.
Okay, there was a point where I mentioned supporting Trump, and this woman was like, oh my God, are you serious? And I was like, don't get in your feelings, white woman. Literally what I told her. I just, like, you know, with me, there's certain points where I know there's a chance somebody's going to jump in just because they don't agree with what the beginning of
This
what I'm
happened
saying is.
at the roast battle?
Yeah, at the...
God.
In the belly room, we went hardcore
What
right wing.
who
at
let
the belly
her
room.
in?
Well, you know, she was sitting in VIP area, and you know how those girls
God,
get
I
sometimes.
hate those people.
Yeah, sometimes they get a little too, where they're like, I'm here with
I'm in the
so-and-so."
VIP. Oh my God, that attitude anywhere is just
It's
the worst.
awful.
It's even worse at comedy clubs because they don't realize that really means nothing.
It means nothing.
You can still get ejected. We can still talk shit to you.
Yeah.
It's not like a regular,
Yeah.
VIP. It's like, you have bottle service? Okay, shut up.
Yeah,
You know, like, this is not...
you're
that
just
kind of
in the
situation.
upper part and most hot part of the entire belly room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about, like, when I've had to judge. One of the things I don't like is, like, the heat in there. It's kind of crazy. Nick is popping springs
I know,
over
that was
there.
me,
I don't
man.
know
That
if
was
you guys
me.
are going to pick that up, but Nick...
We brought him in for the special effects, but I appreciate that he's just doing the work. That's what I like.
Yeah, well, he's doing special effects. He just did...
that was a haunted door opening.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Very accurate.
So being on the road then and working the clubs, like what's the most anti-Trump thing that you've experienced then?
Nothing.
Oh,
I mean,
so
like, you
everyone's
know,
been-
like that level, like that woman tonight. Like, you know, especially on the road, like the places I go.
Yeah,
Um,
they love Trump.
yeah, they love
The
Trump.
country loves
Right.
Trump.
They're on board. And plus, like, even if you don't agree with me, the way I go at it is funny enough that if you just shut up for a minute,
Sure.
you're going to get what you want, which is a laugh. And you don't have to agree with me. You know how it goes.
Well, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we
for
talk
Yeah,
about our
Ty,
ideas.
Ty's like an angry Furby.
I hate you.
You know, like if they program Furby to say racist, mean things, you'd be like, I can listen to it. It's kind of cute.
Well, now I want to buy one.
We're going to get me one of those.
If we can go to Build-A-Bear and build a Ty.
What about, because I know...
Listen, Mom, if you listen closely, he doesn't have a heart.
I really don't know that I do. I'm not going to dispute that right now. We don't have time to do this debate, whether or not I have a heart.
Oh, come on. You're a big softie. Just admit it.
For the people I like, I am. But yeah, as far as the general public, that's why I'm so happy. Because, like, the general public, I really don't care about.
Right.
Like, my friends are great, but, like, the outside world and Facebook and all that stuff, it really doesn't matter. I do it for fun.
Ty just hasn't been visited by the ghost of Christmas future yet. That's where he's at.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, next Christmas.
He's gotten the past. He hasn't visited the future yet. And that's where he's at halfway. That's his entire life.
Yeah, this is good to know. It's good to know next Christmas I'll get my, my
his
wake-up
full
call.
heart.
The next day I'll wake up Christmas Day and be like, everything's beautiful, you guys. So what about you, John? That's one thing I wanted to find out because I don't know where you're at on it. I've heard you joke a bit about it, but as far as the election.
I think it's all fake.
Do you?
Well, all right, first of all, I believe that we're living in a simulation. Let's just get this out of First of all,
one of my first times meeting you was this talk. So.
Yeah. So my reality is the only one that I can prove.
Okay.
That being said, I'm pretty sure that we're living inside of a computer simulation, just based on the fact that the odds that we are at bio level 0 is literally millions to 1.
And you're still Catholic?
Absolutely. Yeah, because they figured out how to redo all of this, but then they put the essence of God inside of all of it, so it still reigns.
Well, why does it still take me so much time to flat iron my hair?
Because you haven't upgraded yet.
Yeah, your user hasn't upgraded.
That's
Are you guys saying I'm running on outdated software?
Perhaps you are, yeah.
Are you guys calling me poor right now?
No.
What are we doing?
No, just the person that's controlling you. Just the internet troll. Yeah, just the internet troll that's using you.
It's like you're
as an avatar,
character, and the person's not like really caring about you. That's what we were trying to say.
Yeah. I haven't been watered.
Yes, that's exactly.
I haven't been. All right,
but. Politically, I think it's a goof. I think the election's rigged. I don't think anybody's vote matters. I think the answers have been written out and they know how this works. We're not part of it.
Well, that's why I don't really hardcore argue with people about it because I feel like you could be right on that. So that's why I'll debate with people, but as far as like getting angry and stuff, it's like, what are you so angry about? We might not have anything to do with this decision.
No, I'm not going to let the whole process or the idea of what Hillary is or Trump is have any space in my head either. Because life's too short. Who cares?
Yeah, no, I like to have fun with it because it's something to I'm not into sports or anything, so it's like something for me to like check in on and be like, okay, this is the way I feel. But yeah.
I'll be the first guy to walk on stage and just say, you don't think that Hillary is not just having a black mass every night inside of her office wishing the death of her husband before the election so she gets that sympathy vote right there at the end?
Would she ever?
Think about what's in that cauldron. The First, Second, Fourth Amendments, 8 rats in the body of Vince Foster just rolling in there, just waiting for her big win.
First, Second.
And the Fourth Amendment, yeah.
This is better than John Tole 8 years ago. Same essence of references, but just so much more deeper and darker.
I'm not even dark. I'm
no. Back
person.
then, a little bit more deeper now.
What about you, Nick? Are you at all political?
I have said even before Bush that the president is just Mr. America, in the sense of like it's just a Miss America, Mr. America. There's way too, it's the Senate.
It's just a face.
It's just a face.
Right.
That's why when people are like, oh, Bush did this, Obama did this, Clinton. No, they didn't.
Yeah.
This has been done because of just years and decades and centuries of relations and in industry.
Like, I hate the fact that people go like, Obama would help lower gas prices. I'm like, he had no control over that whatsoever.
No,
gas
he didn't.
Gas is under $40 a barrel. That's why it's cheap.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, exactly. It's just that. It's that's what I've believed for a long time, and then I kind of put it away for a bit. Yeah. And just kind of lived in my own ignorance of the bliss. Fun of life. Yeah, in my own bliss. And then I'm back in it, and I'm like, why are you guys getting so upset?
Yeah.
Like you guys realize that they're just going after another championship ring.
Yeah, and I will say that I think that the Republicans missed a huge opportunity when they didn't ever use a "We've Got Bush" slogan. I used to love Revenge of the Nerds.
Jeez. Yeah, like a comedy with a rape at the end of it.
Oh, well, you got Bush.
Fan down.
But yeah, so what did you think my views were?
No, well, we've talked about it a little bit, you know, and I always figured you just weren't very invested, like, you know, you weren't particularly.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I'm not smart enough.
Oh, come on.
I don't. Like, you know, you sit down with people that actually know politics. Look, man, I was raised in a border town in Texas. They don't give us that much intelligence.
Yeah.
You know, they don't. The history lessons we got and the English lessons we got in my geography class, we colored maps.
Right.
Okay, so
we
it
all
was,
did.
No,
yeah,
we all
in
did.
high school.
Oh.
In high school, we
Well, I'm
colored
still with you.
maps.
My high school still did that too.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that, you know, I feel like
I think Nick's
I
telling
feel
us he's retarded right now.
No.
that's what I was.
Special needs.
I was the smartest.
Special
I
needs.
sat
Right.
next to a kid that had a helmet on all day.
I was the smartest in the dumbest class.
Oh, okay.
You know, like I did get into, but when I got into a smart class, I was like, oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
You know,
I was just an ADD person. I just stared at the lights all day.
yeah.
And
But
just-
I think the main downfall of America is somehow we think it's cool to not be educated, and we've done that for so many decades that really the majority of America are below average in intellect.
Okay, with what you were saying, like, I don't feel as if I'm smart enough with politics. Like, do you know how many people even like go onto his page, Ty's page, and just fucking like flat out spew shit?
all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. And there's like, I feel as if like the dumber you are,
Not to mention
then it's
me.
just like the more obsessed you get with politics. And I think like a smart person goes like, okay, I'm not political, but at the same time, like, fuck it, it's not worth the system. So
Well,
it's not
yeah,
that
yeah.
you're dumb.
It's like a rich person doesn't tell you he's rich.
right.
A smart person doesn't have to tell you they're smart. You know, so people that shout their ideas and their beliefs, and I think maybe that's what trips me up, is that I'm giving these morons the benefit of the doubt that they know what they're talking about, and so I feel like I'm a moron because I'm like, well, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, the thing that bothers me the most is when people want me to make a decision based on their emotions. Like when people
what
are
a
like,
waste of time, though.
I
But
just
I will
think
say I'm
Trump
gonna vote
is
for
so
Hillary.
Scary.
I'm
Oh,
voting
are
for
you
Hillary
voting for
just to
cancel out my
cancel
vote.
out Ty's vote. But my biggest fear for voting,
Nick's like, I'm with her, sorta.
sort of. But I'm also like afraid to vote because I don't want to go to jury duty.
Right. That's so true.
I don't want to be in the system, man.
You can always,
I haven't had a street address in 5 years. They can't find me.
you know what? Just because of
They
my
can't find me, and I'm
opinions,
trying to get famous.
They don't want me for
Trust
jury
me.
duty.
Yeah.
Just my opinions alone. They'll ask me a question. They'll be like, "Yeah, you're out."
That's it. You show. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, and I can be completely honest and still have them not want me. I know this.
Famous people don't have to go to jury duty.
Yeah, they
Kevin
do.
Smith did.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He had a hemorrhoid too when he went.
Wait, so like you could be famous and just
my
be
God.
like, is it
If
volunteer?
they choose you, they
or-
choose you.
Wow.
Hemorrhoid or not.
Yeah. You can say I can't do this because this and that. But if they choose you, they choose you. Most of the time they don't. But some, you know, different judges or different lawyers have different, like, well, no, you're in now.
Yeah, but that's just funny because the entire selection of them going like, do you know this person? And they'll just be like, yeah, that's Kevin Smith. He's like, we're still choosing him for the
Yeah,
jury
we're
selection.
still gonna choose him.
See, the thing, I'm at the point right now where if they were like, do you have any issues? And I would just raise my hand and say, I hate America. Can I leave now? Is that fine?
I actually
Just to see how that
You
would
should
go
just
in
do
the
your
room.
simulation.
That's
Theory.
tell
You
them
don't even
about
have to
the
make it
simula-
up.
They
Yeah,
can
if
just
you
look
just
at the
look
dumb
at
look
the
at my
simulation.
face and know that I don't care.
All you got to say is we're all part of a simulation. It's a computer program. They're all
Like,
part of it.
yeah,
That's
no,
what
we
I
gotta get
honestly
this guy
believe.
out.
That's right. That's it.
Have a
I
good
believe
day,
that the outcome of this doesn't matter because that just means a bug's getting fixed in our software.
Yeah, and guess what? The justice algorithm has been racist since the beginning.
Eddie's
going to
say that with his double gulp.
Yeah,
of Diet
exactly.
Coke.
Yeah, he's gonna have his dope. It's diet. He's like, it's diet.
It doesn't matter. The algorithm is.
Today is my fast day. I'm only allowed 250 calories. I've had sunflower seeds and a pickle and this diet soda, but I get to eat in 6 hours, so I'm fine.
Do
Oh,
pickles
you're
have
fasting.
nutrition?
Yeah, I fast 2 days a week.
Pickles are actually negative calorie effect foods.
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. They're like
I love pickles.
celery, and I can't remember. There's others though. You can get a whole list of negative or
They
all-
they take away calories?
Yes.
it's negative calorie effect.
Yeah.
So you still get calories, but the way that it burns more than you actually take in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
I
doing
get
that
it.
2 days a week.
Cool,
so
man.
I'm on the end of day one.
I'm gonna
That's
do
great.
that with you.
Yeah,
You
no.
should.
I used to do intermittent fasting.
Really?
Yeah, that's where you don't eat for, well, usually I would squeeze it into 4 hours that I would eat, and then for the rest of the day, you don't eat.
So the whole 20 hours, you got nothing going.
Yeah,
and you only
but
have
for the 4 hours, you can really, within reason, pack it in. You're not going to obviously have donuts and stuff like that, but, as far as, healthy food, like
I'm
sweet
out.
potatoes, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
I feel good about that.
Yeah, try intermittent fasting.
No, I'm doing the thing. I just don't eat for 36 hours at a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't think I could do that.
It's
but
just
I
it's
don't
a
know.
mind over matter. I'm busy. I've got nothing going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
can
know,
forget
you guys
to
have seen
eat.
my career. It's great.
Oh, I've forgotten to eat before.
I can forget to eat, and yeah, it
And-
affects me the next day.
What is with your career right now? Where are we in that?
I don't know. It's a process of learning about being patient.
Yeah.
Just getting better at the stuff that I'm making.
Yeah, Nick
do
just
it.
did Fallon.
Yeah, I saw it. I loved it. It makes me feel really good. It makes me feel. Yeah, I in fact, what I do is I
Some
watch
people are
his.
fast-tracking.
I'm 11
Then a
11
week
years
later, he
in.
was like
Before
on
I-
Gotham.
That
It
is
was
such
like
a
a
fucking.
week.
Yeah.
That is mud thrown in the face.
Yeah.
Right there.
Before
I mean, when I met him, we were
Ty-
doing Stand Up
Ty-
Revolution
Ty-
season 2.
Ty, what I-
Never
Ty,
mind that.
When I
I stalled out.
When I
Nick's
crack
still
my
going.
microphone every day and I do my own podcast for 25 minutes by myself, I watch his Fallon right before I do it, just to see what success
Oh,
is
you're
like.
a sweet person.
Yeah, that's your.
I love
Nick's,
John.
Nick's
Yeah.
Fallon is your lose yourself.
Yeah,
Look, man.
You
Here's the
watched it
thing.
before
Here's
with
the
the
thing.
hoodie
Of
on.
all the Dallas comics, nobody would have thought I would have gotten the Tonight Show first.
Oh gosh, no. No, that's not even. That's
They would have thought Nick Guerra would have, of all the Dallas
Who would
comics.
you guys have guessed first?
for that.
Yeah.
At that time, it had to have been Paul Varghese would have been the
I think
guy.
everybody
Oh,
would have
yeah, I
thought Paul.
remember
Everyone
when
would,
Paul
yeah, because he was so
Varghese
far ahead and he'd already done television.
What's happened to Paul?
I don't know. I haven't seen. I haven't.
Does
the
he,
the
does
last
he listen to this podcast? This is one of those political. I could talk
We could
about
get him
Trump
to.
and Hillary.
We could get him to.
Paul's just doing his thing in Dallas, man. He's got a great career out of Dallas.
Yep.
And if I had a great career out of Texas, I may have been just based out of Texas.
When I
and
make
you can
it, I
find
wanna-
his website at dan9andstolemywebsite.org.
That's right.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, some comic stole his website as soon as he forgot to re-up his
a real
subscription.
thing.
And so some comic stole his website and redesigned it so that they would have to send their booking gig to Dan Ninen. And he would be like, Paul Varghese isn't available, but Dan Ninen is. And he would steal.
That's a real person.
Yeah, man.
That is the most
He
horrible
did it.
story.
He also did it with Russell Peters.
Russell Peters.
Wow.
You
this
can't
guy-
afford Russell Peters, but you can afford Dan Ninen at half the price.
But is this guy any good?
No.
Oh my god.
No, he's just a.
Well, I
he's,
guess
he's
if you're
just
good,
a
you're
tech.
not running around
Like he's a
stealing people's
website
websites.
genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And-
got it. Yeah, he whatever he
it's-
figured out. He figured out early.
Well, there's
and got
that
it going.
moment. There's
Yep.
that moment when you're, sometimes people don't update right away.
How about who's sitting around watching that? If I think my website
Dan
could go
Ninen.
dark, I wouldn't even know what's gone.
Dan
for a year.
Ninen, I haven't even met him, and I can
forgot
tell you
how
who's
they
watching.
how they figured out the Russell Peters booking, how he would get Russell's bookings.
Yeah.
Someone figured it out. I think someone officially contacted Russell's real agent.
Right.
And it was like, hey, we keep getting told that he's not available, blah, 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 or this or that. And
Yeah, good luck messing with that operation.
yeah.
'Cause
Well, then
Russell
he went
Peters is
with
a
Varghese
fool-on.
instead.
Yeah, well, better luck messing with that operation.
Dan Ninen,
that
man.
operation you can
So
pull
silly.
off. Yeah, so
I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, and you hear stories like that, and you're just like, it's just all funny. So I don't really trip off of once I got to the point where I was like, oh, your bills are paid from stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we're done.
and
I'm
you're-
just gonna get more bills.
yeah.
And right now, it's like, and I'm like a hardcore minimalist, so it's like it's really easy for me to pull this off.
Yeah,
Well, that's the way to do it, is to just be a minimalist.
Right.
That's all comedy. Every comedian should just be a minimalist.
Yeah, when I moved into my place, I bought a set of 4 glasses. 3 of them have broke. There's no reason for me to buy another set of glasses until that one
Until
breaks.
that one.
You know, I live alone. I don't need a lot of stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and that's the way I keep everything in my apartment. I don't keep a lot of food. Like when I'm in town, I'll buy the stuff that I eat, but I eat a lot of like, you know, lettuce, spinach, stuff like that. So you're not
is
gonna
that
be
why
able to-
you offer guests the dog bowl?
Yeah, I'll give you a dog bowl in a minute. With nothing in it.
I don't know. There is. I mean, I don't know. Did you figure that? I mean, like minimalism. It just all made sense. And
Well,
it's just doing a ton of hallucinogenics too. It's just
I always-
stuff is just stuff.
Yeah, I always lived frugal anyway.
Right.
But man, I was living out of a suitcase by my second year in comedy.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, like I was out. I didn't have an apartment. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a cat. I got rid of things and just lived out of a suitcase. Second year in for 4 years until moved to LA.
Was that Pablo?
No, that was just me figuring everything out. I actually never went on the road with Pablo.
Really? I thought
A lot of people think I went on the road with like Pablo and Gabriel and them. No, I did like maybe 1 or 2. I think I've probably done like 5 gigs with Pablo in my entire career.
Yeah, because when I started, you were like grinding.
Yeah,
You
well,
were- yeah.
I did, of course, like my own little runs in Texas. You know, Rockport to Austin to Dallas to South Texas to stay busy. I lived in Austin on a buddy's couch every time I was off, and then just random gigs, biker rallies, tattoo rallies, the Catholic churches, things like that,
I
just
did
to
the
make it
Catholic
work.
church one time. Yeah, when I
Just
was,
to make it
yeah.
work, man. You know, and that's the thing that people are like, "Oh, how'd you get there?" I was like, I did everything I could.
Well, that's what I tell a lot of people, that you should really be able to do everything. Like once you get to a point where you choose to do, like, you know, zero in on one particular kind of thing, that's fine. But we should all be able to do everything.
Yeah,
That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like clean, dirty.
yeah.
And eventually get to the point where you're just writing and selling your own stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
when is your sitcom coming out? What are you going to be?
Oh man, who knows, man?
Come on.
I don't know. I don't think I'm
something with a gay neighbor, I'll tell
with a
you
gay
that.
neighbor, with a gay neighbor and his tattooed roommate.
I see it.
Something with a gay neighbor.
In fact,
It's Three's Company. Everything's flipped.
yeah. In
right?
fact, here's the thing: is that my sitcom I will barely be in. I will go over to my neighbor's house and be like, "What are you guys doing?" And the whole episode will be them.
It'll be Ty going like, "Come through the back door."
Yeah,
Yeah, just cheesy gay. I'll be like a
Yeah.
gay Urkel. I'll be like,
Did I do that? And you slip it in.
So that's what we're writing.
yeah, that's what we're working on right now.
Who knows, man? You see that whole process, like, really, dude. I'm not. I think all of us are. We have our we're squinty eyed when it comes to the industry.
For sure.
Like, all right, man, what are you throwing my way? What do you actually see in me? And I was wanting to tweet this earlier, and I don't tweet a lot about the industry, but my whole thing is I can tell where I'm at in my career based on the amount of comics that don't answer me quick enough when I ask them to work with me.
Wow.
Like I've asked, like I did this short film, and I reached out to several comics, and it was just a short film. And the amount of them that or didn't answer or nothing or never got back to me, I'm like, oh, you guys think I have nothing going on.
That's not even the
That's-
problem.
I
with
even
a lot of
offered
these
to do
people.
like a like for a comic. I was like, who was actually underneath me. I was like, hey, we should put our albums together. I'll let you burn my album, and we'll just sell it. You know, like you could sell my album with yours to help people with it, and I'll sell yours with mine everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And they were like, I got to think about it.
I don't know
I
how
was like,
that
okay.
comic didn't go for that deal though,
That's great.
because you are so likable, and on Facebook, as soon as you post like you got your shirts in and stuff like that, I always see a bunch of people like, you know.
Oh, people go, yeah, they love it.
yeah, they actually.
But that's
hit
the
you
thing
up.
is that I feel it's so weird, man, because I talked to this with my manager, and I talked to people about it. Like, I am not one of the cool kids.
And that's
But-
all it is that you're not cool.
Yeah. It's true.
No, it's not that.
But you're
really.
funny, and
I'm
that's all that
joking.
matters.
Well, yeah, that's the
I'm
thing.
joking.
Is
It's not
is
that you're not cool. It really is just that you're not in with any of the clicks.
I'm not with the clique.
And when you're working, you don't really have time for the clicks. Like a
No.
lot of these people don't realize, like they think they're cool and set up because they have their friends. But it's like
They're being
your friends
cute.
are your only people.
They're
you're
being
making
cute,
laugh.
going all over the country, taking weird pictures at you know, conventions and shit like that. And I'm
Right.
like, yeah, you got time to be cute and figure out how to be cute. I work.
I also read your article not too long ago about the different levels of fame, and even though it was funny, it was like all true. Like the different levels of fame, like the late night appearance and this one, and it's just so fucking true.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're also in LA where a lot of stuff only matters for a second, or in some cases doesn't seem to matter to some people. It's like if it's not with their crew.
It's like
Right.
this. The Tonight Show is a great credit.
For sure.
It's a credit that will live with me forever. But Conan, that credit for some reason, people are like, "Oh, you were on Conan? Oh, great! This is that." Like people actually think I did Conan because of how much they'd rather
I have seen so many
appreciate it.
people.
But I'm like, yo, I was on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people eat shit on Conan that it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Is it just me that
Does that give you a warm feeling to watch somebody do a late night bomb?
No, you know,
Dude,
actually,
no, it makes me upset.
I pull for the thing about me and comedy is I love stand up.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
really I pull for everybody. Like, and I'll see like these posts on Facebook. So and so just killed it on Conan.
Oh, I hate
and I'll
that.
click on the link to
Yeah,
be like,
and I'll
all right,
check
I want
it.
to see somebody.
I wanna
kill
see
it.
somebody
I'm
kill.
down, you know, and then I'll see it and I'll be like, no, they ate shit on Conan.
Yeah, or they just did fine.
You could have
Right.
just said congrats and not been a liar.
But is it just me, or does Conan like book more alt comedy?
Yeah, well, Conan definitely books alt comedy. Like that's more where Conan like.
Yeah, and I'm not shitting on Conan.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
No.
because there's a job opening possibly.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm not shitting on Conan. I'm shitting on a lot of the comics they pick.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they just don't, like, in a lot of cases, that's what's happening with stand-up right now, is that, like, the wrong people are getting picked, because they're picking people on the wrong things. They're picking people more on look and what's castable, and that's
Well,
how
you're
the-
saying that like they just
The
started
industry's,
it.
you know,
But
they're-
if you think about back in the day, like, Richard Pryor, obviously wasn't some spring chicken that was just going to be like a leading man. You know
Right.
what I mean? Where in a lot of cases with stand-up now, they are thinking more like that. It is more like, you know, oh, she's cute, she'll be good in a rom-com. You know, like that's
Yeah.
more the thinking. But it's like, yeah, that's great for acting.
Yeah.
But as far as stand-up, what the people want to see live isn't this pretty girl. Like, yeah, if she's pretty like that and funny, the audiences will eat that up. But just as far as just being pretty, nobody wants you to watch. Nobody wants to watch you stand and be pretty for 45 minutes.
But
No.
if her check depended on how funny she was going to be, could she win that check over?
Right.
If her feature bombed,
yeah, if you put her in a
Could she-
one-nighter, how
she-
would that work out?
yeah, could she guarantee that she's going to get all that money not only for her but her feature? And that's what real comics do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, fuck, man, I got to make sure we get paid.
Right.
Yeah, I've
So
had
really
to make up
bring
for
it.
the openers and the feature. I've had to make up for both.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a
Like it's
But that's fun. I mean, isn't that coming? Don't you want that kind of like? I don't know.
I like the shows to be
sometimes I
fun.
like a set when I feel like there was some work to do. It wasn't just you walked out there and just did all the bells and whistles and it was all fine and fun.
You know, I was talking to somebody that interviewed me today, and they were like, "So, is it easier for you to be on stage?" I was like, "No, not at all," because I'm in that weird moment, and most of us are, where we have our fans, but they've seen us,
Yeah.
and then everybody else hasn't.
yeah.
So it's like, not only do I got to balance giving my fans at least some new stuff, but I got to win these complete skeptics over because they have no clue who I am. You know,
Sure.
So you got to do some of
Every
the old
show.
jokes to introduce
Yeah,
yourself.
right.
Yeah, and then the old people are seeing old jokes and new jokes, and the new people, it's all new to them.
It's all new to them, and you've got to balance that to be like to please the audience, you know. And that to me, it's a hard place to be, and most of us are in that part.
And I was in that like creative part where like you want to get booked back.
Yeah.
So you're being that real serviceable person that, you know, is going to do the job. And then you get like, it can be just creatively numbing though.
Yeah.
I got to the point where I was just like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just
Your
gonna
tape recorder.
and now I just walk up there and it's whatever I can get away with.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just like, I want it to be as weird as possible.
Yeah, I got
stay
like
within the
that.
realm.
I got like that with college gigs. I did so many college gigs last year that I had forgotten. I've forgotten how to deliver my jokes regularly. Like it took me maybe about a month to get.
Why? What
back
was your general attitude when you were working the colleges? That you were just
I couldn't be 100% me.
okay.
Because as crazy as you can go in colleges, it's a bunch of awkward little teenagers.
Yeah, they haven't lived yet.
So they're just like, That's the reaction you get.
Yeah, they don't know what's okay.
They try to
and
see
what's
how
not.
it sits with them. Is that a thought that I should have? Like, no, you shouldn't. That's why I had it.
Right.
I had this thought, so you don't have to have it. Just enjoy the way I'm putting these words together, because that's all comedy is. Finding the right combination of words where people are like, I haven't heard those words together that way. That's what we
Right.
do.
Yeah, and figuring out also how to deliver them.
Yeah.
Because you can tell people anything, and they'll go with it if it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's delivered well. But sometimes, like, people will take the same. Like, that made me mad one time. I was trying to tell my two best friends somebody's horrible act. And I guess I was delivering it well because they were laughing.
Oh, yeah. Don't you hate that?
I was like,
yeah,
no,
you're
it's
like, no,
bad,
wait.
you guys.
No,
it's
no,
really
no.
bad.
No, but when you do it, it's
Dude,
great.
it's so hard to tell somebody's terrible
Pump that
jokes
stool
when you're a
again.
real comic.
Yeah, because you fix them up.
You're just like, yeah, because they did. And I'm like, damn it, that sounds...
I'm killing, and I'm in the living room.
But yeah, man, it's I think yeah, you know, it's still work,
Yeah.
you know, and I even said earlier today, I was like, and even if it does become easy, I don't ever want to feel like it's not work.
Right.
I don't ever want to feel like, all right, just comfortable, let me relax. You know, unless I get to like 82 and then I'm like, fuck it, you're just seeing Nick Guerra.
Where's my cigar, everybody?
Where's my cigar? How you doing? We're all part of a simulation. I'll be
see
doing
you-
your material because you're dead. We're all part of
Ah,
a simulation.
That's No, all I see is the 82 you with your back turned, your hair still bouncing off your shoulders,
Dude,
still crushing.
God, that joke gets requested so much.
I
And
bet.
I'm like, guys,
does
I've
it have a
filmed
name?
that.
Do people have a name? Like, does it have a?
Well, there's different versions that everyone's heard because I've had to rewrite it so many times because of the TV programs that are like, can you do that joke? I'm like, no. You're supposed to burn this material,
Right.
but it would look great. I'm like, all right.
That's great.
So I actually don't do that. I only do that when it's obviously an aggressive fucking crowd. When it's like this crowd does not know what they're here to see.
That
Right.
sounds like the comedian's version of like the truffle shuffle.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I guess you get
It's Jimmy
yeah.
Walker saying dynamite.
Yeah, which you have to pay him handsomely to get him to say it.
Really?
Really, dynamite. What's
It's in his contract. I forget how much it is.
Oh, sorry. I guess I shouldn't ask that when we're doing a podcast. Even if you know, it's not good to.
How much? Yeah,
Yeah, I forget people.
yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, there's certain jokes that I actually posted that up as my most requested joke just today, and people are like, "Oh, I've never seen that live. Oh, I love
What do you
that joke."
call it?
I'm like,
Which joke is it?
any joke where I turn my back, and it's like, you know, I look like a girl from behind.
Okay,
basically.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I remember.
There's one
you
at the
doing-
bar. There's one at at the bathroom. There's one, like
Wasn't there one on the dance floor?
yeah, they all have their own version. And
Yeah, the dance floor. I think is what you did for Latino Nights of Laughter.
yeah,
I think that was one. of
and
the
that didn't come
first.
out, so I did it on Gabriel's.
Okay, then that's where it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, John? Any credits?
No.
No, not so
I mean,
far.
no, we did. We had some cameras with us when we were touring with the Stern Show. But
Okay.
They would put that on. Howard would put that on his channel.
I
on
didn't
his-
know
on
you
his
toured with
In-Demand
the
channel.
Stern Show.
Yeah, I did the Killers of Comedy, and I did the Ronnie Mund Block Party tour.
Who else were you with?
We were out there with Mad Dog Mattern from New York
Mm-hmm.
and Shuli Agar, who works for the Stern Show, and then just dudes from the show.
Okay.
It was like Stern fans are like psychopaths, so they would throw us out early, and they didn't know where you were. So it's like you had about 3.5 seconds to get a laugh before they turn on you.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
And what were turnouts like?
It was great. We would sell out everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
And then Howard stopped talking about it, and then we couldn't tour anymore.
Why did you stop talking about it?
Just that's just what happened. It just came down from on high. Tour's over.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was good. It was we rode that wave as long as they'd let us.
This
everybody
has been a
listening.
very very calm podcast.
Well, why? What is it like?
Ty
normally?
scared me. He was like, "You're gonna say things that you never would want to say ever."
No, well, I know I'll talk about anything, so
Right.
I didn't want Nick, because Nick has a lot going, and he's very marketable and family friendly.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's great, but me, not so much.
No, come
nothing
on.
to lose.
But I want Ty.
Yeah,
to be.
I literally have nothing to lose.
I wish I could shoot a Netflix special with Ty.
You should.
Oh, I'd love to.
Me and
yeah.
him, double header.
Yeah, That would be
The
great.
double dildo of comedy.
Well, see, now we're going back to me being dirty. I'm trying to use you to clean up.
No, to clean up. We
you
should do
double,
it.
You're the dildo. There you go.
Okay,
We should do it,
Well,
man.
I want to be cleaner, so
No,
I
no,
go
no.
Nick's way.
Yeah,
Double disc set.
yeah.
Fellatio.
Just 30 minutes each. Ty and Nick special coming out.
It'd be great.
I
We'd
don't
be
hate
able
it.
to do our back-to-back pose like we're doing
Yep.
an 80s an 80s sitcom. So they cross the arms back-to-back. And
Well, why do you guys even have like the mustache, like the black guy?
we'll definitely do like
Well, we'll do an
thumbs
intro
pointing.
scene where that happens. See, this is how you do a special, right?
Oh.
It's an hour special, but what we'll actually end up doing is only 40 minutes of material, 20 and 20. We'll film a 10-minute sketch at the beginning and a 5-minute sketch, including credits at the end. That will fill up the hour requirement. Boom. We didn't burn most of our material.
Right.
I only have one request.
What?
Can we like walk through a door at the same time? So
Yeah.
that we get like squeezed. You know what I mean? I just think that would be a fun like.
Yeah. We could do it in the name of our production company. You know how they have the production company? Yeah. So we'll give it. Yeah. Can't get through the door productions, you know. They won't let us in productions.
This is gonna sell. It's gonna be big. Netflix. I can hear them calling already.
I hope they do,
I
man.
hope they call your manager. 'cause
Half
I
of
don't
my
have
face,
one.
half of your face as the little screenshot on the Netflix.
Yeah, it'll be great.
I would just want to, when I finally get to the point of having a special, I would just love to have an audience that is just, there's just something wrong with everybody. So when they do the audience cut to shots, you're just going, why?
That sounds like Phoenix.
What? Just the city itself?
How dare you?
I like
from
Phoenix. I almost died there. It was great.
Well, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I was hiking. That's take that. That's how fat I was. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go one of these mountains like everyone else is doing. with
South
my
Mountain,
bottle.
Camelback?
Not Camelback, but the other. I don't know. I literally was almost dead.
Yeah.
Colin Moulton saved my life.
Colin Moulton.
Yeah.
He's in good shape.
Yeah, exactly. He almost
Yeah.
had to carry me out.
Who else have you toured with?
Yeah,
I take it you toured with Colin Moulton.
I've been on the road with him a couple times. I don't know. Mostly it's just whoever I get paired up with. You know, I
Yeah.
just started a headline, so I was just like, kind of like, I'm not at the level yet where I get to bring anybody yet. So it's kind of less like, you know.
I'm not at that level either in most cases, like where I get
Yeah,
to bring anybody.
People think I'm at that level.
I know they do. They
I just
think
got
I'm at
texted
that
today, and
level,
I'm
too.
like, "What do you? How do you think I can pull that off, man?"
What were they asking for?
They wanted me to get them to feature for me in Comedy Works,
Oh,
and I'm just like, "Do you know you know the process of Comedy Works?
yeah.
I barely can perform for myself at Comedy Works.
Literally the best room in. Would you call that the best room in the United States?
Oh, it's great. Well,
I-
yeah, it's great.
I think energy wise, it has to be at least. It's got to be the top. two.
Here's the crazy thing, like going back to how hard it is to get booked and how, you know, you don't know what credit makes sense. Getting booked at the Comedy Works, I believe, is what got me at least 2 or 3 other weeks of gigs.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah,
I-
well, that club is so great
Yeah.
that it really does speak highly.
That
of
other
you if
clubs
you're
are
doing
like-
full weekends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know how that is. It's like you get in those bookings, it just does unlock other layers of whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they pay attention. Like a lot of people don't think that they pay attention, but they do pay attention. Like when some of these comics talk to me, I'm like, what do you think they're doing? Do you think like, you know, the clubs really don't pay attention to each other on any level?
Right.
Because like, you know, sometimes you'll have people like ask you about Phoenix though, but with Phoenix, it's different for me because I'm from
Because
there.
you're such a darling of the city and everyone loves you.
Yeah, I'm from
They
there.
have murals of Ty in Phoenix,
They love
downtown.
I mean, that's just a bad painter. You can't say that about everything.
me. How did I end up getting clowned on that? That's what I get. It's a simulation.
Can't get through the
It
door
is a-
productions.
Yeah.
Go.
Dos Payasos presents.
No, I think Paul Rodriguez would sue us on that.
Yeah, we would
Oh,
get
but-
Sued. Anything Payaso, we'd get
Yeah,
sued.
we went Payaso. No.
So it has to be can't get through the door.
Oh, no, on the Payaso.
Or,
Yeah.
or it'll be a wall. You go under, I go over. Productions.
Oh, God.
Whatever. You know.
No, we can't do the wall.
No, we can't. That's too much. I like the door. Door's good.
Yeah,
door
the
is great.
door.
I could see you guys being brothers on a show, though. That would sell.
We'd have to be
Siamese
like,
twins.
We're not going to be Siamese.
It would have to be an Adult Swim
and
show.
they're conjoined twins is what they are. Siamese is no longer acceptable.
Oh, really?
They're conjoined.
According to PC?
According
to
to your
the 19
mama, bitch.
To the 1964.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
I did not expect to have any political correctness corrections happening here from you, of all people.
Oh, yeah, I know them. I just don't choose to
Good for you.
go by them. But I know all of them. Like, when people try to correct me, I'm like, you think I don't know that? Of course I know, but I just don't choose to. Because why should we? Like, people try to change your words, and it's like, maybe I just want to say it this way. Maybe this is exactly what I mean right now. Like, I had somebody try to correct me because I was talking about a friend of mine that was a prostitute. And I was like, she was a hooker. And then a friend of mine was like, oh, you mean call girl? And I was like, no, I mean hooker. Like, works the street, like leans in cars, like every once in a while gets in a fight with the trick, like a hooker, like that.
Yeah.
Call girls are call girls.
Right.
And I have those friends too.
Huh.
The whole...
Do
you know any ladies of the evening?
Oh, I know
Ladies of the
almost
evening.
nothing but ladies of the evening, depending on what part of my life we're talking about. Yeah.
I
Evenings
recently recorded one of Ty's tweets on my Instagram as me.
Yeah.
As me auditioning to be Ty Rivera, but a different Ty Rivera, not him, right? Like playing, like my version of him.
Yeah.
And people have tagged themselves like, oh my God, this is so me. This is so me. Like, because they're not reading the caption. They just think I'm saying something so witty and prolific. But coming through me, people are like, oh my God, that is the best thing I've ever heard.
That's great.
Meanwhile, I get in trouble.
He
for
gets
saying
in trouble.
the same thing.
I say it, and I say it with a smile, and people are like, "Oh my God, I totally get it." So I think I'm gonna do more of Ty tweets.
I like that you're a darling, and you just get side-eyed on every east side room that you go into, and get stared at by the alt scene.
I thought they would love you.
They really do. Like that.
The alt scene stares at me.
He scares them.
That's the weird.
You do
weird
scare 'em. You do know
dynamic
that.
happens with me in the alt scene.
Yeah.
Is that they really do like what I do. They just wish that I would be nicer.
Right.
And they wish that I would, like, off stage respect what they consider their rules.
But I think even if you do play by the rules, they're still going to critique your set in some way. They're like, well, you shouldn't say this, and like they'll try to edit.
Yeah, and I'm not very friendly about that because, like, my attitude on it really is I see you eat shit everywhere you go. The last thing you need to be doing is giving anybody advice. Like, you work on your shitty act, I'll work on what I do, and we'll see where it actually ends up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's the thing. Like, if it were at least funny people, because, like, obviously we all know a lot of funny people. Like, if a funny person gives you a tag or suggests, like, maybe you do something a little bit differently, you're willing to accept that, at least, even if you decide not to do it. It's like, okay, that's like legit advice, or, but when it's a person that doesn't do well anywhere they go, unless their friends are in the room and that's all the room is, or predominantly what the room is, then it's like, all right,
Which is the worst.
don't give advice.
Right.
Just keep your mouth shut. You're not in a position to give anybody advice.
I think anytime someone comes up and has an idea for me is great.
Yeah.
Because at least you were listening enough to have the idea.
No, some people I feel insulted.
Really?
I gotta be honest. Yeah, like, especially if they're not funny, I feel like, who the fuck? Like, why? Because they're not funny anyway. It's just like, what's the matter with you? Like, worry about your shitty act. And it's never anything good. You know what I mean? It's never anything.
Once again, I'm in the room, guys.
Oh, sorry. No, if you were in my if you had been in the room for my set tonight, I've been using your my hole has been punched tag. It's fucking great. It works out. Yeah, it does. It just adds. I just had to change the delivery on the first part of it and then add that, and it's great. Works like a charm.
Yeah, one of my tags to somebody's jokes got mentioned in an article about their show. Like, so and so's show is so great, just like this joke, and I was like, that's my tag. I was like, oh shit, I helped him write that.
That's got to be a little bit bittersweet for them.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
like,
And finally, he made it. Oh, good.
yeah, my words aren't even my words. My words are something somebody else said.
I don't know. I would gladly take a ghostwriter at this point.
I like both of you guys. I can honestly say, like, I would take a tag or at least hear you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like some people, it's just like, you know, what are you talking about? And then sometimes it's especially annoying when somebody does it for a joke that you already have completely worked out. And they're
Right.
like, you know, you could say, and I'm like, that's a joke I do. I know this joke. I know
Yeah.
why. And also the thing with me, this is another reason that I probably get insulted, is because a lot of times people go baseline gay hacky with what they offer me.
Right.
And it's like, okay, you heard my whole set. You know that that's not what I do, but you thought I would just throw that in? It's like a cheesy, like, you know, oh, you can take somebody from behind joke. And it's like, come on. I think
Aren't you sick of it?
I think I've done enough take somebody from behind jokes at this point. I think we went
Again,
over those.
he's still in the room.
That was yeah, that's the one joke that, you know, Ty put his cigarette out on. That's how Ty gets rid of your jokes. He's like,
Yeah, I'm like a Denny's waitress on a break. I've just got my cigarette and
I think we've all done really good with our careers. I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
John, I haven't seen you. I haven't
just
seen
don't
you
know
in
where
so much.
I just don't know where it's going. It's like I don't know where it's going.
You're
and
an
I'm just
well,
like,
you're an interesting package.
yeah. I mean, you
That's
can't really
the thing,
do a lot
man.
with me. But.
Yeah, like seeing you, they're like, okay, so what is this guy?
But
You know what I'm saying?
he's a super Catholic, insane person
Yeah.
who yells about the government.
It looks like you love the journey, though, right?
Well, what else is there? You have to love being alive, or what's the point?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the way I look at it. You know.
yeah, no, I'm happy with, you know, I mean, like, obviously I want more to happen and to do more, but, like, I'm happy with my life right now. I'm, you know, like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of these comics put, like, a time limit on things, and that's why they end up getting depressed, because they're like, you know, by this age, I should be doing this. And it's like, no, comedy doesn't work that way.
Right.
It's not like, you know, a regular, or like, you know, I've been doing it this many years, this person's been doing it this many years, and they've done all this.
Oh yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, what's the matter with
The
you?
weird 10-year point system. Like people are like, oh, I've made these many points and this and that. I'm like, yo.
See, that's the thing. I don't even know there's a point system. I hadn't even
It's
Well,
heard
no,
of
some,
that.
no, some
in their
people have their
head.
own
Yeah,
point
it's
system.
in their own
That's
head,
insane.
what they
Like
think is
some,
supposed to
yeah,
happen.
exactly, and they don't get that. That yeah, like you said, it's chaotic.
Right.
There's no rhyme or reason to it.
I just want a job on the radio. That's all my. That's my.
You have a
dream.
good radio voice.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
just
you know
have
what?
a
You
dream.
would look like somebody that if I went to like Minnesota, hey, you're gonna do.
He was like, if I was gonna go to a car dealership and ask for directions, you would be the guy under the T-Mobile banner.
You
telling
look
me
you
where
look
to
like
go.
the guy that's like, we're doing Wild 98.7, where all the rock gets played all the time. Hey guys, what's up? Hey, we got this bit right now. Tell us what Cher ate according to her farts. Call in now. What did you guys think it was?
You'll win a bumper
Go ahead
sticker.
and put on the Aerosmith. We're gonna.
Yeah. And then they get off the air and they're like, man, fucking people. Yo, so I was fucking doing this cocaine, and they always talk to you real raunchy and
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah.
At 8:30 in the morning, you guys ever just like fucking stick your dick inside of an electrical socket? Right? And then they go back, yeah, that's right. We got the bakery coming up with a bit, right?
Yep.
And then they give you 30 seconds. So tell us about you. What's up, John? John Tole. We got John Tole here on the line. John
You have to
Tole.
bury yourself in 30 seconds looking across the board, and the guy's doing shots at 8:19 in the morning. You're like,
Okay,
good for
John.
you.
So you're at the Looney Bin this Friday.
Right?
I did all the loony bins just a couple of weeks ago. And speaking of 30 seconds, we got to wrap this up, fellas.
Oh man, damn it, dude! I was hoping
It's
I wanted
never
to
enough.
get the 7 questions from Ty.
Oh.
What are the 7 questions?
I don't
Next
know.
time,
I was
next
hoping that he
time.
would be like, "Here's the 7 questions
Break
from
it down.
Ty."
Yeah, and I didn't even have you guys ask me questions. That's the thing we've been doing. Zach.
Should we do quick questions?
Go ahead.
It's all up to Zach, man.
So yeah, no, John, Nick, you guys can ask him.
Dude,
questions.
I'm an
Oh, I
open.
don't
I'll
have
tell you
anything for
anything.
Ty.
I'll tell you anything.
I thought you guys asked me. Zach, what do you want to know?
Yeah.
No, like you guys are supposed to ask questions of Ty.
No,
Or Ty
no.
can
That's
ask
the
him.
questions about Ty. That's the second.
Yeah, I know there's questions about Ty, but they don't have questions. Nick doesn't have questions because we hang out all the time.
Yeah.
So
So-
he's heard everything.
I did a
So
whole.
I
intro.
ask questions now. Is that what?
Do
it
you
is?
have a question? I have.
So
this-
what's Fallon like?
Oh, he's a sweetheart. He was
Did
really
you get
nice.
to talk to him much?
Yeah. Like enough. I
Yeah.
got to talk to him enough. Like
Oh,
it
that's
wasn't
awesome.
a massive conversation,
Uh-huh.
but it was obvious. Well, they were about to go on hiatus, So everybody was in a cheerful mood. And he knew who. And Nick Guerra, come over here. This is that. And he introduced me to like an old SNL stagehand. And then we're on the couch. He's like, "Oh man, so you know so and so. So do I. Oh, you're so great. You did great. Blah blah." And then just commercial, and that was
That's
it.
awesome.
Yep.
What's the energy like standing behind that curtain waiting for the announcement? Are you just
man.
Are you just a ball of electricity? Are your organs trying to jump out of your body?
Well, that's what they wanted. They wanted me to be a ball of. They were like, we.
They thought that you were going to be the high energy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, well, the booker really wanted to make sure that I had a lot of fun. He's like, I need you to get up there and enjoy it and laugh at yourself and enjoy this and that. Do what you usually do. And I'm like, well, I don't do that on purpose.
Yeah.
That's an accident.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something that I just cue up. Like, if I'm having fun, it'll show that I'm having fun. He's like, okay, well, just make sure you do. And then when we were rehearsing, like, I did 11 shows up, and I was never, like, the energy that he wanted. And he's like, I just really want you to have fun, man. It doesn't look like you're having fun. I'm like, well, I'm practicing.
Yeah.
And then when I did it, it was like, all right, here we go. Right through the curtain, I did, "What's up tonight, show?" And just went with it, man, and let them know that I'm here to have a good time, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. And that's what I think you have to do is like really be prepared, and then you can have fun.
Yeah.
Once you know everything and you're like, okay, I just took it down in a mechanical way, then yeah.
Yeah, and my whole goal on most of my TV appearances leading up to this point have been get the audience to trust that you're a fun guy so that they come see you live.
For
Mine
sure.
is always don't eat shit.
Very direct.
Anytime I've been on anything, I always feel like,
That's funny.
don't eat shit.
That's my that's already beyond. That's why I'm like, yeah, I don't eat shit. I just need to make sure I look like a fucking a darling.
Yeah, you do a good job here.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
I think I asked John a question.
I don't have.
Oh,
a
well, Zach
question.
asked about
you're
Fallon. Go
asking
ahead.
the question. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Oh. Yes.
How many tattoos do you have?
I believe I have 83. Wow. If I had to count.
83.
83. I'm working on one giant one. That's really what they're all going to touch.
It's gonna be it's gonna be him on himself.
It's going to be me and myself in life size, like the human NASCAR that I am. That's fine.
It's gonna be you on the back, like you know what I mean, like your face
my
on
own
the back
face
of
on the
your
back
head.
of my
Yeah,
head.
you're-
I felt like we had Zach's questions were what you find in the back of a Southwest magazine. So
It was
how's
just
Fallon and how many tattoos do you have?
It was just meant to be short. It's a short question.
That's really funny because I have a tattoo of a
some-
pen done Sudoku on my ribs. Work out.
The reason why I ask is because I got a tattoo today. So it's
Yes,
just
you
like,
did,
yeah.
and I'm impressed by it. I don't. What is that from, by the way?
It's a band from Long Beach. It's the album cover. The band's called Bella Novella,
Okay.
and I saw them back in 2011. It's a rock opera album based on the zombie apocalypse, and yeah,
I'm in. And then you got laid after the show, and then that's why you got this tattoo.
pretty much,
Good for you.
yeah,
You're smashing it.
smashing.
Then that's how we met.
And I'm already thinking about my next tattoo.
Is that your first tattoo?
That's my first.
They
tattoo.
say good for you. They say it's a mile
It's
to
been a
your
pleasure,
first.
Ty.
That's right.
And
I
an
got
inch
one
to
and
your
that's it.
second.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
It was just funny because you said that you got laid after the concert, and I was like, and that's how we met.
Yeah, I know. I caught that. This is
Like how you explained it.
Why don't you ask Zach what he caught?
Because he did. He clearly was just like,
This is decency.
Yeah, nice one, dickwad.
this is decency leaving the room. Ah, damn it! I couldn't get the spring.
Nick, you choked on the sound.
Damn
effect.
it! My sound effect.
Do you have a question for me, Zac Elk?
I mean, I find out enough about you.
I am losing my.
Who's the person that you have the biggest gripe with right now?
Oh, beef.
Beef.
Comedy beef, life beef,
Could be
just beef
anything.
in general.
I don't think I really have one right now. Like, a lot of people don't know that about me, but like, all this stuff dissolves for me at the end of the day. So I don't hold on to this. You know, like tonight I saw Toby Marciano, and he was kind of like pushing this thing on Facebook yesterday or the day before. And it was just like really what he was upset about was I didn't have the same point of view that he had. That's what it came down to. So, you know, I just finally was like, well, what are you trying to do here right now? Are you trying to like make me say that I feel the way you do? And like, why are you trying to put words in my mouth? And so, like, you know, I called him out on Facebook in that way, like in the thread. And then I saw him tonight. We were standing close to each other during roast battle. And, you know, I don't know if he's holding feelings, so I didn't say hi to him. And then like a few minutes into it, like, you know, maybe 20 minutes into him standing next to me, he just like, you know, tapped me on the shoulder and he was like, hey, we're still friends, right? And I was like, yeah, of course. And I shook his hand because I really don't care about most of this stuff. If most people would just come talk to me like a regular person, I'd be cool with them. I mean, like, and I definitely wouldn't pull, even if I still didn't fully like them, I wouldn't pull like an asshole trip or something like that. You know, I might not have a heart to heart with you because a lot of times I don't feel like we need that.
Yeah.
But just I wouldn't be like a dick about it or like, no, we have a problem. It's like, what are you talking about?
I have beef with all the comedy clubs that follow me on Twitter and Instagram and don't book me.
I feel, you know what? Now that you
best.
mention it, yes, and I can, I can name names.
I'm like, why the fuck are you following me and
Yeah.
and don't work me? Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Like, damn you flappers.
Flappers
that
works me. Hey, Richie.
I can't get mad at flappers. They're a Pokestop.
Oh, yeah.
This is a Pokestop too.
Oh shit! I'm gonna collect some balls.
There's a gym right across the street at the
I don't know
fucking
what-
headquarters.
Ty's a
What are you guys talking
Pokestop.
Pokemon.
I thought about that after I said it. I was like,
Tyson.
thinking in my head, like, that wasn't me being cheesy. It really is. Like, people
I
stop.
already
There was
look. I turned it on.
There was like literally one night where Ty was downstairs smoking a cigarette and he was like, hey, can you come down here? I was like, why? He goes like, there's a bunch of nerds around me.
Yeah. Next episode, we'll have to talk about my hate for nerds.
I'm with you.
Oh, with the all
not
comedy
down-
scene? Is
No,
it-
just nerds in general.
just-
Like how nerds are supposed to be
Oh,
cool and whatever else.
I hate the cute nerds now.
They're
yeah.
the worst.
They're not actual nerds.
Because they want to act like a protected species. They're not. Just because you know stuff and like you're in this geeky level.
They don't even
No.
know stuff.
And the fact
They're
that
faking it.
Yeah.
They're
I
faking
hate-
being nerds.
I hate when they say, yeah, so I'm awkward. It's just like, the why the fuck
No,
are you on
I
stage?
hate that.
No, you're not awkward. You think you're cool because you're allowed to say that you're awkward.
Yes.
You just have your toes pointed and your glasses suck.
Oh, I think we talked
Now,
about.
see, now
remember?
I'm bitter.
Yeah.
I talked about when I was like, I hate awkward. I hate people that pretend to be awkward. I hate people that pretend to have quirks. I hate people there's so many types of people that I hate.
Yeah, well, now we all start bonding on hate at the end of the
Fuck,
episode.
man. Dude, I'm
Welcome
all about
to the Ty
hate,
Rivera
bro.
podcast.
Yeah, I knew I could bring it out of you
This
guys.
is where you should start it.
Yes.
I've won. I've won
this all you
against
wanted?
two people. I've won.
You broke through my positive exterior.
I
Gosh
made you
darn
both
it.
get ugly right at the end. Just
Dude,
yes.
I fucking, oh God, there's so many things about people that they do and I just hate.
Here's what you guys got to know. We're going to find out what everybody hates by the end of each podcast. Me and Zach have a thing going. You guys have been unwitting victims. We're good
Dude,
cop,
you
bad
should have
cop.
just started
We'll
with
get it
that.
out of you.
Yeah. Open up with the hard hate. I just don't believe in hate. I was
Oh,
trying
well,
to, I try to say fine. Well,
Don't
then
fucking
the
test
nerds
me
put
right
on-
now, John.
All right.
I'll find it. I'll find
It was like that one fucking Twilight Zone episode. It was like, it was the nerds. The nerds.
All right, guys. Well, where can everybody catch up with you? We'll start off with my co-host, Zac Elk.
At Twitter, at so it's Zac Elk, and on Facebook at Zac Elk.
And Nick Guerra.
You can find me at Nick Comic and Nick Comic on everything.
And what's your screen name on Pokemon Go?
Nick Comic.
Oh,
Nick Comic on everything.
That's good
literally.
advertising.
Yeah, that
man.
is literally. What about you, John Tole?
I have a podcast Monday through Friday at cartpathdm.com.
I keep seeing that Cart Path DM.
Yes, if you want to, the host of the show is an algorithm, and I co-host.
You know what? I'm gonna have to listen to that. 'cause know
I
you
sent it to you because I just said it's weird, and it is weird, and it's what if Phil Hendry and Alex Jones did a Catholic morning FM show? That's exactly
Wow.
what my podcast is.
Cart
every day.
Path DM.
Cart
See,
Path DM.
that sounds like a John Toll joke from 8 years ago.
Oh, and we always find our way back.
Where can we find you, Ty?
You can find me on americasfavoritefag.com. If you want to, you can also just look up TyRivera.com, put Ty Rivera in Google any way you want to, and I will come up. Thank you for listening to Unbothered by Ty Rivera, everybody. I remain Ty Rivera, and I remain unbothered. Thanks, Zach.